Enjoy the show. Drive on Lugnutz.
Waiting for our green flags.
You're never going to believe this Chevy story.
Well, I'm never going to believe that this is the 269th Giggity podcast from Perjangers and Wallhangers Media Network. And of course, gang,
That's nice.
It could only be Lugnutz.
Welcome, gearheads. Chevy Axe is a popular package. The Integra debuts. We didn't rehearse that. Subaru Toyota. Lots of information on them. Dodge hires a donut maker. Subaru finds a loophole. And Texas auctions off some plates.
Play on Perjangers. Drive on Lugnutz.
Drive on Lugnutz right over here to pjandwh.com. We're going to find all of the crazy lug-in nutty moments right up top here. And if you refresh the page, you'll even see, wow, a little animation for your fun in the day. And you'll find us on all the social media handles right up top here on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Spotify. Spotify.fm/PJANDWH if you want to support the podcast. And, of course, you'll see last week's Lugnutz podcast, Autonomous Hibachi, Fruit Stripe Volkswagen.
We can stripe right over to the first story, where Ford has a special car.
I said, start the motherfucking show. There we go. Anyway, what's going on with Ford?
Hey, what we got going on with Ford is Ford has a special edition coming out.
Hang on, where's the roof?
They can't see it. You have to go up a little bit. There you go.
Where's the roof?
I think it's a convertible.
Huh.
But there's all sorts of neat features there. If you see the blinking orange thing there, that's an air scoop for the brakes.
Oh, it's not a turn signal.
It's not a turn signal.
Oh.
I don't know why it's blinking.
Does it actually blink in real life?
No, it does not. The author questions why they're having the Ford EcoBoost. Ugh, I hate that name. Mustang's new Coastline Limited Edition.
It does leave a weird taste in your mouth. Yeah.
That was not a good taste. But it comes in a new color of blue. It has a stripe and a new vent, which we've talked about.
It doesn't look bad.
Go below, and you can see it. I mean, it's not a bad looking.
Bad.
They did change the body a bit, the rear intakes, which we've talked about. It's a torquey 4-cylinder.
Yeah, but that back end still looks like a fucking Mustang.
Yeah, it's a cruiser. It's not. It's a torquey little 4-cylinder is what they're putting in it. I think there's a front view where the hood. I like the look of it, but I mean, I know the Mustang started with a 4-cylinder. I like that look.
Yeah, but oh man, that's not bad, man.
It's not a bad look for a car.
That's not a bad look for a Mustang, even an electric one.
Nice body style. The vents in the hood, which I don't think you really need for the little 4-cylinder. But hey, you could be.
I mean, but Ford is fully invested into this because they've said all of the sedans can fuck off. We're making vans.
But it's
and
kind of sort
Mustangs.
of legendary, and it won the back in the day the Ford Camaro, the Chevy Camaro, the Mustang Camaro race.
Oh yeah,
It was always one or the other, but now it won.
Well, there's a reason why there's that movie with who is it? Christian Bale.
I don't know what movie you're talking
involving Ford and maybe a Ferrari.
Oh, that one.
But
well,
this Ford doesn't look bad.
This Ford looks
especially good. If you're going into the that electric market. And like people remind me all the time, certain manufacturers are not gung-ho into this electric market. And it is refreshing that while Elon is $1 trillion balls deep, Ford is still in that market of, no, I'm still relevant. Look at this fucking thing. It looks sexy as shit. It looks like a Mustang.
Well, it's limited edition, so go on over to a Ford dealer, I assume, at some point. There's no date on it in the article, but
you'll
we
find
can go
it
over the next story.
eventually.
But if it's popular, they may make more. Unlike this next story, where...
What the fuck?
Eesh,
Anyway.
the internet. This next story, Chevy is going to no longer sell a package because it's in high demand.
What?
It's in high demand. Everyone wants the Chevy Trail Boss package.
Who are you, Acura?
Yeah, it's in high demand. We can't give it to you.
Like, what? Why?
If you were wondering what's in the Trail Boss package, it is black tailgate lettering.
It's a Bose.
Black Colorado badge. Red recovery hook. A mid-scare skid plate. 1-inch front leveling kit. Okay. 17-inch gloss black wheels. Ooh, that's what I want. And a front skid plate. I have a question. Does the regular Colorado not come with a front skid plate? That sounds like something I'd want on my truck.
I don't know. I mean, that's a posable
I think it should
question.
be included. Let's look at Toyota and see what comes included on theirs.
I kind of think that this falls in the line if we're going in this 3-episode rant of man's SUVs. These are not really what you would say
it's not
full trucks.
I give up. I don't want one.
Not at all, but I mean,
but you know, they can't keep up with the demand and the alloy for the wheels. They really can't keep up with that because, you know, in other General Motors news, because of the chip shortage, you can't get heated seats and a heated steering wheel.
Oh, that's a bitch.
In the Chevy Colorado, Chevy Blazer, Equinox, GMC, Canyon, the Terrain, the Silverado, the Traverse, but in some top trim lines, you may find it if you know the people to call.
You gotta have the right connection.
And the right package.
Heated and cooled seats were one of the cool luxury features that came out of this recent, push in automotive, before now.
Yeah.
Like now you should expect heated and cooled seats in a car, especially if you're luxury. I should probably add that. If you're looking at a luxury car, heated and cooled seats, cameras, all the fucking luxury shit should be in there.
Wouldn't consider Chevy their luxury brand. I would consider
They got a top trim model though.
Okay. I'll give
Everybody
you that.
has like their this is our top trim. If you love us, you'll spend this much money. And certain, like maybe 5 people will be like, yeah, I'll do that. And then they have everybody else with the watered down version.
Okay.
With not as much technology.
We've been teasing the folks at home that are here for the Acura story. There's an Integra prototype that they've debuted. The Acura Integra first debuted, I don't know what's in the video. First debuted in 1986. And it's been some time, and they revealed it over there in La La Land.
Let me
Los Angeles.
Let me turn off that ad blocker here so we can actually see what the fuck. It's an ILX. It's a Civic.
Go down. It is called a liftback sedan, Integra Type R. This one is shown in Phoenix yellow with LED headlamps. Look at that. LEDs.
They all have them.
And it
Their whole
looks,
line.
No, it's not the ILX. It has aggressive body styling.
It's an ILX with like a swoop back. Like if you pet a dog too
Look,
hard.
they told Autoblog that the Integra won't share a single body panel. Because because you can't do that between two cars, because I don't want to share a driver door.
I want to
Can
like
I have
this
the
car.
driver door today?
I want to like this car.
It's really windy.
Because I want to lease. I want to lease one, but that's not the point. It's just that yellow is. It's not selling me.
So
and
the original
Integra was a hatchback. At least tell me this is a fucking hatchback.
They're calling this a liftback. They don't like the word hatch, I guess. They didn't want it to look like the Supra or the Z.
I can appreciate that.
Those cars have 2 doors, and if you look at the photo, this one has 4 doors.
I like those headlights. But, okay.
Yes, the Integra, they're not changing a lot from the Civic, but they are changing some things. They're using the Civic as the starting point.
That back end, though, are we really happy with that? I mean, I'm not the biggest fan, but in that angle, that doesn't look bad. That actually looks pretty badass.
Well, they started with the Civic, and then they said they're going to add some flash to the TLX type wing that they're going to add. I don't see a wing. They lowered the dash and added softer material for your delicate hands.
I just, I don't know, man. In this one, that doesn't look bad.
Expected 2023 6-speed manual Honda Civic engine, 1.5 liter 4-cylinder that makes 200 horsepower and 192 torques. 19-inch Brembos is what they're getting there. Front wheel drive will be standard. They will not offer torque vectoring or all-wheel drive, no matter how much you beg, borrow, or steal.
I think I want one.
Well,
I think because it doesn't look bad.
Let's
that
see
angle
what
right there
let's
doesn't
get
look bad.
Let's get a driver. Let's wait till one of they'll give driver reviews.
Because I'm not a big fan that it's a 4-door. That makes it look pregnant.
A little bit.
Pregnant Integra might be the title of the podcast, or a part of it. But I just
you should expect.
I want to love it.
You should expect a similar powertrain and body roll to the Honda Civic.
I mean, all right, not bad. I mean, it
looks like they just sort of kicked up the brakes. They're going for that. They beefed up the engine to get 200 horsepower out of it, which sounds nice.
It looks like they're going for that, what you're calling lift back, to where they're trying, if I'm looking, I guess I could call it metaphorically, if I'm looking at it, you could see that they're trying to evolve that hatchback.
Is there photos of the back seat of the interior?
There should be eventually. Headlights, nice ass wheels, nice ass lights. I mean,
I like the lights. I want to like it. I really want to.
I do too. I want to, but it just looks fucking weird. No, we don't have any interior shots, but I do want to like it.
It really makes me wonder how big.
I want to like it, but from that angle, it doesn't look bad.
We'll have to wait and see what it drives like, because this is only the prototype view. They debuted it in Los Angeles. Hopefully there'll be no squeaky wheels, and it'll be a bit more than your typical Honda.
I hope. I really do have hope for this. I'm going to hold out.
It's going to be the most awkward in Japan if it's just a Civic and they got the Civic and they call it.
Yeah. If you see,
would you like a Civic?
If you see,
or would you like the Integra?
I just see this comedy bit of like a Civic and Integra rolling up at a stop sign, like
they go to drag race and it's exactly the same the entire way.
There's no like inching back and forth. It's just completely even.
Please do better than that, Acura. We joke because we want more.
We do, man. I want to like this goddamn car.
Right.
I want to like it enough to buy it, but I can't say that.
Well, maybe you might want a Subaru Toyota. There's going to be a new Subaru Toyota.
A Subaru Toyota?
Yes, it's a Subaru Toyota because they do everything
Together.
I think it's got. You can wait until this.
Hey, there we go.
This is the all new Subaru Toyota.
Okay.
It's called the Subaru Solterra or the Toyota. Ugh, we talked about it as the Toyota BZX4.
The
This is
disdain
the
in your
first
voice.
in the BZ line.
the Toyota. Ugh.
I don't like it's the name. It's like vomit in my mouth. BZX4. Oh, I'm sorry, I need a napkin. Ugh, that was disgusting. Like it's not a good. I'd have to.
Do you feel like you have to excuse yourself after you say that name?
Yeah, we're gonna call it the Solaire or whatever the hell. Solterra.
Solterra.
It will
Solterra.
come with
Solterra,
the X
yeah.
mode plus off-road cruise control.
All right.
I didn't know I wanted that, but
I'd rather have the
Apparently
Solterra
people
than
do.
this goddamn fucking ad.
yeah.
There we go.
Well, Subaru Toyota is working together to work with their electric platform, the Integra. E-T-N-G-A. Integra? Integra?
Itarang.
Integra.
We're speaking
Well, they're
Klingon
working on
now.
something Klingon that they've stolen. It'll have...
Who knew the Japanese would be working with the Klingons?
Yeah, it's amazing. It'll be equipped with a 355-volt, 71.4 kilowatt-hour battery that should offer 268 to about 329 miles of cruising range.
Not bad.
Two-wheel drive only. What type of off-roader is it going to be? But 200 horsepower equivalent, so that's not bad.
I mean, when you're looking at
Subaru
Subaru,
Toyota.
Subaru is very particular with their all-wheel drive. They're very proud of that. And then when you're adding in Toyota, they already have that experience in partnership with the BRZ and the FRS. So they're just looking to expand that.
And with this next story,
What?
which is also Toyota thinking of the future. Would you believe they're going to team up with Subaru,
No way.
Mazda, Motor Corp, Yamaha Motors, Kawasaki Heavy Industrial, all to make a Japanese super pack in Okayama?
Okay.
At the Okayama racetrack to say they're going to be developing their own fuel.
Yeah, in Western Japan.
It will be,
Okayama.
yes, a Japanese fuel. For all the Japanese companies are coming together and working together as they do. As a
It's good for their
collectivist.
economy, man.
It's good for everyone, and they're also working on hydrogen vehicles. But it's Toyota, so they're working on
Yes.
everything.
I'm always very impressed with the hydrogen conversions because everybody, when I talk to them, they're just like, oh, electric, you got to get electric. Nobody's looking at hydrogen. Like, what about just converting what you have to hydrogen? Nobody wants to do that? I would fucking love that.
You know, we don't have the infrastructure yet, but realistically, electric still isn't going to work for a lot of people. If you put
No.
some serious miles on
in
your car.
the rural areas, there is a way that you can work that out, right? Especially in the rich rural areas. But in the urban areas, electric is just not feasible yet.
Yeah.
When you have to parallel park to find a spot on the street, you're not going to be like running a fucking electric cable out there in a rainstorm to plug that shit in.
But check this next story out. You might want to run some cable.
I may want to lay that
You might
cable.
want to lay that cable into this next story.
Giggity.
Just jam it in there.
Yeah,
Audi,
man.
The 2022 Audi RS e-tron.
Okay.
They gave this a driving review with the 637 horsepower, 621 foot-pounds of torque in overboost mode. 3.1 seconds is at 0 to 60. time, 142K is where you can start this one off.
I love that front end.
It's
And
a
those
fantastic
wheels,
looking car.
that Those wheels are fucking
I think
fantastic.
there's another photo of the side with the wheels that has the plug
Oh
right
shit!
there.
Plug your shit in right there, son.
It has-
I would lay cable to that. Giggity.
Okay. Literally, because that's how it runs. There's your wheels right there with a smooth ride reported on 21-inch Eagle F1 wheels with a tight air suspension, responsive steering, regenerative braking that is not adjustable. So they got that mark against them.
No.
Americans like to adjust things.
Yeah.
We like lots of
Fidget.
adjustments. Yes.
Pop the trunk.
And in dynamic mode, it has rear axle steering, which sounds amazing.
Ooh, look at that interior.
That's a
though.
fantastic looking interior.
Oh,
you
yeah.
will get, according to the EPA, 232 miles out of this vehicle for a charge.
It really matters what the interior is really what matters in these cars. Especially Audi
where you
has
spend
always
your
had
whole
a
life.
good look.
They have a nice interior.
They've always had a nice interior with Audi. I've always been impressed when I looked at an Audi interior.
Well, the author of the article took a 5-hour trip to New York City, and it only took 30 minutes to charge. So
That's not bad.
you got that. But on top of the 142K start price, you could easily spend another $40,000 on added extras.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
where they get you.
But that's where they get you. But that's part of the car. Like you get those different accessories that you're like, oh no, I need this. Fuck that, but I need this into that car, and that just makes that your favorite car, you know. And that Audi is thinking of that, you know. And that's part of the new car buying experience.
Yeah,
when
with
you're
all the
just
gadgets
buying it
and-
out, and you're like, no, I love this car. I want this, and especially a 5-hour trip, 30-minute charge.
That's not
That
bad.
is nothing.
That's not bad. But have they considered hiring a donut maker that makes donuts?
Or a butcher and a baker.
No, just a donut maker.
Oh.
Yeah. But Dodge will pay someone $150,000 a year to drive a Hellcat
I would take that job.
as chief donut maker with the SRT Hellcat as an ambassador for the brand. He will also attend scheduled events. They will be giving away cars by celebrities from the automotive, sports, and entertainment world, giving away dream cars for individual through sweepstakes.
Grab my fedora, I'm in.
Sounds wonderful.
Oh, yeah, man. That's a dream right there. Driving a fucking... that much money just to drive a Hellcat and go to events?
Yes, especially for a year to say, I'm Dodge's head donut maker.
And you were saying, like, with the F1 race,
Yeah.
those kids that run out and they grab the debris.
Oh,
during the
yeah.
safety laps.
I was thinking that if you're a real F1 fan, or a race fan, that wouldn't be a bad job. You just run out, grab the debris. You can see sort of most of the race.
Now, here's
Meet the drivers.
my favorite
Maybe
job.
not the drivers.
I mean, you watch mainly on TVs, mind you, but the guy that's right in the center, his whole job in the pit crew is just to hold the car while it's lifted up in the air.
Lift the car in the air.
He holds it, and then you set it down.
You
He
gotta work.
backs away.
The thing is with that one, you got to work
That's
with
my
the back
favorite.
guy, and you got to lift the car up with that. You
mean,
and
just-
the back guy lift the car up.
You're just holding it,
That's it.
and then you set it down. That is my favorite job. I
You'd
mean,
like
you'd
that
be
one.
sitting there collecting debris, running back and forth, getting good exercise, mind you. But I would just be sitting there holding stuff and then backing away. Still running to the pit crew because you got to be quick.
You have to be very quick and accurate for those teams because,
You got to know how to hold shit.
yeah, and that
Those are the
pit-
top holders in the league right there.
That
They
pit-
know how to hold.
But that pit in Brazil, holy shit. Was
Oh
that
my
thing long.
God. Yeah.
It was like half the track. It's like we wanted a one-stop strategy, but like, because the pit's like half the fucking track.
We really wanted a one-stop.
Anyway, what's Infinity doing?
Oh, God. Hopefully it's not a one-stop. Or hopefully it is a one-stop.
Well, they're giving a free update on Infinity. For a limited time, they're having a free update for your 2020 and 2021 model Q50, Q60, QX50, QX80 until March 31st, 2022. Get your free update.
Okay.
Get your wireless, whatever the hell they're updating.
I mean, that's a nice thing because you can get a lot of different updates to your system wirelessly. Just like connect to Wi-Fi, boom, update something that may be plaguing you inconveniently.
Yep. I think they're adding the Apple CarPlay and all that stuff.
I mean, a lot of people use it.
I use it all the time. And you know where they might use it? In the fastest selling compact SUV of the month. Would you
Really?
believe it's the Kia Stilettos?
I find it hard to believe, but I guess I have to.
It only takes 7.7 days to sell one of these vehicles. 7.8 for Subaru Crosstrek, Toyota Highlander Hybrid 7.9, Honda CR-V. 9 days. The average car takes 31.7 days to sell. Last month, it was 46, I think.
It looks like a nice car, though.
26.
It's
It's a nice little SUV. It's a reasonably priced car.
And that's why it would not stay on the lot very long, especially right now. You know?
Because if you have them, people will buy them.
You have certain manufacturers not willing to budge on price. And then you have others who are just like,
If you build it, they will come.
giggity.
Straight to this next story where Subaru's trying to find a loophole.
Of course.
Subaru. Well,
They're almost like a dream.
oh, they're a dream of something, all right. Right to repair is a bit of an issue in some places. Massachusetts voters passed the strongest right to repair law mandating automakers to make their telemetrics data easily accessible to third-party shops. The telemetrics data is the data all your car collects to help diagnose what's wrong.
Okay.
When something goes wrong, that's how they know.
Makes sense.
Subaru found a way around it by just shutting it off.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
They're not turning it on in Massachusetts.
No, they're just turning it off.
They're just going to guess. I'm like, well, if you turn it off, you can't use it either. Isn't that like cutting your nose off to spite your face?
Hey, I thought you'd be a big fan of that.
Hey, not if I'm a company.
All right, that's fair
But
enough.
I have exciting news for Lancia.
Lancia.
Yeah. Lancia Delta and the Opel Manta are legendary names that the Stellantis group is bringing back. Look, it's green. It's really something. It's very angular
Yeah.
and cyberpunk if it had more neon.
I mean, it's fucking green and gray. How much more neon do you want?
It's kind of ugly.
Do you want it to glow in the dark?
The green parts, I want to glow in the dark, yeah.
I mean, as I said that, I was already
The green
answering
parts should
myself,
be glowing. It'd be, you know what? It'd be cool if you made the green parts glow in the dark.
It really would.
But odds
It
are,
would sell the car to me, honestly.
odds are it's a Lancia, so those parts are going to rust. It's a shame. But
Illuminating rust Lancia. Second half of the time.
Oh, boy. The Delta was positioned as a luxury near premium hatchback. No word on propulsion, but they say their electric platform is good for the equivalent of 400 horsepower.
All right. I mean,
Expected
400 horse.
2026.
400 horse in the Lancia, yes. And, 2026 for your weirdly green wheel-based Lancia.
I think there's another photo below. It looks that the other one, this has got to be, that had to be the other one had to be the Delta.
Okay.
This has got to be the Opal Mantle.
All right. Kind of a classic feel
Kind
to
of has
it.
like a muscle car feel to it from the
Oh, is
overhead
it
view.
like that fucking mask
It
face
reminds
I
me-
found on Amazon earlier to where you can have different fucking logos on the front? Because
No.
look at that. They have that one. They got that. It kind of makes
All
me
right,
feel like it's
Kind
a
of looks like that's what it is.
it's a LED face to it. That'd be
Yeah.
fucking dope, man.
Well, Opal, this is their idea. This is the Opal Manta.
Imagine like changing sport modes in your car and the front
it's gonna
face
be
of it
electric.
changes. That'd be cool.
Well, that's what it looks like this one does.
Yeah, man, that's a nice feature. Like, I'm
Go
in
to an
sport
Opal
mode.
dealer near you, 2026. Guess what? It's probably not built yet.
Then you can tell when somebody's in a hurry. If they're in sport mode and then their grill is like all red, and you're like, oh, I got to get out of this guy's
Can you imagine
way.
the things
He's in
people
a
would put on there?
fucking hurry. Oh my God, yeah. How many dicks would be on the front grills?
You know what? If you can
It's the first
control it,
thing.
if you can control it yourself easily, you'll be able to get around that quite easily. But
Mind the hackers.
speaking of dicks, Texas is doing something special just for them. You know, I go with the segues that are presented to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Texas is having an auction for special license plates, vanity plates, special numbers. The first license plate in Texas was issued in 1917 for all horseless carriages. They will be releasing low number plates. What the? Spurs, was that Tejanos? Custom, rare,
Love bug. You know, one fucking plate I saw in front of me, and it was like, I love, and then it's like, initials. I thought it was a rare thing, and then I saw like 5 cars with I love, L-U-V, I love, and their initials, and I'm like, my God, there's like a whole cult of people with I love on and initials on their license plate. It is so fucking strange.
Well, if you're in Texas and you'd like a vanity plate like these above,
Or
Don't they
I
look great?
love.
or, whatever, you go to myplates.com/auction. Bidding closes 8 p.m. November 17th.
Not bad.
That's not yet as of this recording.
All right.
But you will not find farted, no penis, mad butt, or 2,400 other varieties that are too vulgar to be seen or spoken of
Yeah.
in Texas. Which, that's the list I'd like to look at. What does Texas...
What vanity plates are not allowed in Texas?
What's not allowed? That's what we can all research. But first, you might want to go over to... Oh, we can't. We got rid of that.
Oh, we can go over there. Right over here to PJANDWH.com with the animations. And find.
Please contact us and tell him you like the fucking animation. He's mentioned it several times and he's not gotten one email
No.
because he's the only one who cares. But we hope you care.
Yeah. I'll email myself. It's fine. But you'll find all the funny moments right up top here, as well as last week's Lugnutz podcast. Autonomous hibachi, fruit stripe Volkswagen. I still think an autonomous hibachi would work.
Okay.
I'm by myself. But if I'm not by myself, you can contact us here right at pjandwh.com. If you have a Luggy and Nutty ride, or even if you just have a podcast you want us to promote, slide it on in our inbox. DM us, if you will. But, of course, this is a long, drawn-out goodbye. And, of course, it doesn't matter if you drive a Ford or a Chevy. Nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next week, gang. Drive on!
Play on Perjangers. Drive on Lugnutz.
Drive on, gang. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Play on Perjangers. That was a good segue. Our Island Kelly.
And then start your engines. I'll make it feel like the YouTube. Heh. Got tired of hearing my own voice, if you would ever believe it, earlier. Because what I do, whenever I edit or something else like that, I just leave my headset hooked up to the Stream Deck, and then I just turn the Stream Deck on, just grab the fucking microphone, turn that down, and now I got headset.
It's like I was there.
Yeah. So, behind the scenes at Perjangers and Wallhangers.
When he edits, he uses a headset.
Yeah. Although I saw, they have this, little setup with, I guess, cut and all the different options you need. And there's, a little dial so you can scroll through real easy. I thought that was, maybe that's kind of something cool.
I had a programmable pin pad.
Yeah, you had the thing when you were doing the CAD.
Those made it way quicker.
You had 50 fucking buttons on that shit or whatever.
Yeah. One was 16 buttons, and you could switch it to 4 different setups.
Even down to this mouse. The 2 buttons on the side, I always naturally go for that when I'm on any mouse pad, and I'm disappointed when it doesn't go backwards in the page. This mouse doesn't have that.
Yeah, macros. Well, we can begin.
Hang
anytime.
on. We got an end credit theme going here because we had an amazing F1 race that happened today.
Yeah,
Holy
Hamilton,
fucking shit.
The Stewarts have proven once again that they hate Hamilton. I mean, I'm convinced.
But he rose above them and went to the 101st win for him, man. Congratulations, Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, it seemed like to me the announcers were putting the nail in the coffin on him before.
Oh, yeah, well before.
Well, this is it. And
he's starting in 10th
is going to be
place.
2
There's
ahead.
nothing he can do.
It's not over until the checkered flag.
They're just nailing him in the coffin like he's in 10th place. There's nothing he can do, and this is his bed.
All right. He's come from the pit to finish 4th or 3rd. Yeah. One of them. But he's really good.
How many fucking records has this man beaten?
There's a lot of them.
And all the racism or judgmentalism that goes on against him is just so astounding. He's the most electrifying man in fucking F1 entertainment.
I know how,
outside of Ricky, what is, not Lando Norris, the other one,
Charles Leclerc?
No, Ricardo,
Daniel Ricciardo?
Yeah, Daniel Ricciardo. That man is electrifying.
Yeah. Yep.
But he had a bad rap.
You know, if someone's going to pass you and cutting them off doesn't work, it's fine as long as your name is Verstappen.
Yes.
And we shall start now.
After you hit that subscribe button right there, that like button down there, right above my head, that's where you're going to find every single, actually, that's going to be the very best Perjangers and Wallhangers video for you. Right above Big Brother's head, that's going to be every single Lugnutz podcast in a playlist. And of course, as our main man Connor says,
Drive on Lugnutz.
see you next week, gang. Bye-bye.
Bye.